2, four-time Best Radio Newscaster Awardee Dennis Antenor Jr., three-time Best FM Station Awardee Home Radio 97.9, two-time Most Promising TV Station Awardee Aliw Channel 23, at Best Public Service Radio Host Awardee Bragi Braganza. Pangakong itutuloy ang pagbibigay ng tamang balita at tamang paglilingkod at isang malaking pasasalamat sa tiwalang naibigay sa amin. Pakaasahan yung gagawin naming malaking inspirasyon ito para ipagpatuloy ang maglingkod sa lahat ng Pilipino. Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng
Fujidenzo Home and Commercial Appliances, where you get reliable, durable, and energy-saving products. Upgrade your usual appliances to Fujidenzo HD Inverter Appliances. Fujidenzo, quality above all. Upgrade your home, upgrade your business with Fujidenzo, quality above all.
viral na pinag-uusapan, trending na mga issues, on air and online, malalaman sa DWIZ News Feed.
Magandang umaga, narito na ang mga balita. Aabot sa 250 individuals na kabilang sa vulnerable sectors sa Caraga at Davao Oriental ang binisita at pinagkalooban ng tulong ni Senator Christopher Bongo noong Biyernes bilang bahagi ng kanyang patuloy na pagsusumikap na mailapit sa mga mamamayan ang serbisyo ng pamahalaan. Nakatanggap ang mga ito ng food packs, snacks, vitamins, mask, shirts, foldable fans at sports equipment gaya ng basketballs at volleyballs. Ilang benepisyaryo rin ang tumanggap ng karagdagang items gaya ng sapatos, mobile phones, bisikleta at relo. Matapos ang aktibidad, ininspeksyon rin ni Go ang konstruksyon ng bagong Super Health Center sa Barangay Poblasyon sa Caraga. Pinasalamatan naman ng senador ang mga mamamayan dahil sa pagbibigay sa kanya ng pagkakataon na makapagserbisyo sa kanila. Binigyan din pa nito ang kahalagahan ng pagtatayo ng healthcare facilities gaya ng Super Health Centers na mahalagang bahagi ng kanyang patuloy na commitment na higit pang paghusayin ang healthcare accessibility sa buong bansa.
DWIZ News Feed.
At yan ang balita sa oras na ito. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pang mga balita, bisitahan kami sa aming website www.dwiz882am.com at sundan ang aming X account at Facebook page DWIZ. Ako po si Haya Ledivico.
Huwag pahuhuli, huwag papayag na wala kang alam kapag viral na, kapag trending na. Alam agad sa DWIZ News Feed. Ang balitang ito ay inihatid sa inyo ng
Fujidenzo Home and Commercial Appliances, where you get reliable, durable, and energy-saving products. Upgrade your usual appliances to Fujidenzo HD Inverter Appliances. Fujidenzo, quality above all. Upgrade your home, upgrade your business with Fujidenzo, quality above all.
Oras hatid sa inyo ng
Fujidenzo Home and Commercial Appliances, where you get reliable, durable, and energy-saving products. Upgrade your usual appliances to Fujidenzo HD Inverter Appliances. Fujidenzo, quality above all. Upgrade your home, upgrade your business with Fujidenzo, quality above all.
Oras 11:03 ng umaga.
That Time Check was brought to you by
Fujidenzo Home and Commercial Appliances, where you get reliable, durable, and energy-saving products. Upgrade your usual appliances to Fujidenzo HD Inverter Appliances. Fujidenzo, quality above all. Upgrade your home, upgrade your business with Fujidenzo, quality above all.
DWIZ.
Sa panahon ngayon, iba na ang sports. Marami ng bago, marami ng style. Dapat updated ka hanggang sa mga online sports game. Kaya dapat game na game kung pag-uusapan ang mga pampalakasang ito. Mapa-on-air, on-site, and online. IZ Gametime. Buo na ang samahang magpapaliwanag, magbabalita at magsishare ng bago sa sports. Kinig ng live sa DWIZ. Watch it live sa Aliw 23 Free TV at sa lahat ng DWIZ online channels, Facebook, YouTube, kasama ang mga updates sa TikTok at DWIZ News App. kasama sina Drew Nasino, Ed Antaya at Ernest Leo Hernandez. IZ Game Time! Game na game! Tara! Game na! IZ Game Time!
At isang magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Nandito na naman po tayo sa IZ Game Time. Ako po inyong lingkod na si Ernest Hernandez na nagbibigay sa inyo ng mga panauhin sa larangan ng pampalakasan at nagbibigay sa inyo ng mga interesting sports na pwede nating pag-usapan sa araw na to. At ang araw po natin ngayon ay October 6. Unang show po natin sa ating buwan na to at uunahin na natin. Gusto nyo ba ng medyo ma-aksyon na sports na ihatid sa inyo ng ating guest ngayon at pag-uusapan natin? Baka pwede rin kayo maging involved dito. At ito, ang ating unang panauhin sa araw na to ay si Christopher Inting, ang isang president ng Kendo Federation of the Philippines. Magandang umaga po, Sir Christopher.
Magandang umaga din.
Ayan, si Christopher Inting po ang ating unang panauhin sa araw na to at syempre pag-uusapan natin ang Kendo Philippines at syempre ito kasi yung natin, yung sport po natin sabihin na nating rare po siya, no? Kumbaga hindi siya kumbaga I've heard of Kendo, no? Pero hindi siya kumbaga hindi siya mainstream eh. Kumbaga may mga nakikita mo lang sa mga movies, nakikita mo lang sa iba-ibang mga lugar, pero hindi mo talaga alam kung ano yung Kendo talaga, sir, no? So ask lang po namin sa inyo, no? How long na ba nag-exist itong Kendo sa bansa natin?
Actually, medyo matagal na rin. For example, yung club that I first joined started in 1996. So medyo matagal-tagal na rin yung Kendo. But in terms of like may mga Japanese who practice Kendo in the Philippines, matagal na rin. Apparently in Davao, there used to be a Kendo community, Kendo clubs there before World War II. So, like, in Davao is a very strong community, strong Japanese community. So, matagal-tagal na rin may Kendo sa Philippines. But as organized by Filipinos, we would probably say maybe around 1996 yung start ng Kendo. Yeah.
Ayun. So, eto when we were ako very interested ako in starting Kendo, to be honest, no, because I was also in martial arts.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Parang you want to complete it, 'di ba? Syempre kasi it's parang I've tried RDs as well, no? And sabi ko parang yung movement ng Kendo there's some elements of Arnis na parang pwede mo magamit and everything. And I just wanna know, no? Itong with Kendo, itong sport na to, what is the program right now? And kasi parang nakikita ko magastos eh. Parang ang daming elements ng Kendo na pwedeng na kailangan mo bilhin before you can actually participate.
Yeah, that's kumbaga that's a bit true. There's some truth in that, in a sense. Pero to be honest, when you're starting out as a beginner in Kendo, you don't necessarily have to buy everything kagad. Like, yung nakita mo sa mga movies or sa TV shows where nakasuot na sila ng armor and then naka-uniform and then they're holding the sword. So, as a beginner, you just need really the sword, the bamboo sword. And that's relatively cheap. Sabihin natin mga...
Okay.
So, you start out with the sword.
Okay.
Then you have to practice first the basics to prove to your teachers na parang kaya mo mag-sparring, eventually kaya mo, you can do the techniques so that you can do sparring. And that's at that time, maybe 3 to 6 months down the line, after you start as a beginner, saka lang yung uniform, saka lang yung armor. So that's the only time you can commit to getting that amount. And so, for example, in my dojo, I encourage our beginners na, okay, you're gonna start with the sword, but start saving, start saving to buy the armor later on. Kasi pag na-prove nyo na you can actually hack the yung sparring part, then you can get the armor na.
Yan. Okay. Pero yung di ba, ito kasi parang sinabi natin that we Filipinos are parang innate sa atin since we are a warrior tribe. No, parang ang daming kumbaga, di ba, parang we have a weapon based we have a weapon-based martial art din, which is
Yeah.
Ernest. And meron pa tayo mga... I was in yung... looking at yung mga indigenous games. Meron din silang weapon-based martial arts na pinapakita. Pero I'm curious, no? Paano to ini-introduce sa mga mas batang audience, no? And what was the challenge on this one, no? And how did they find it afterwards na i-introduce sa kanila?
Well, honestly, for younger students, usually yung pumapasok sila sa kendo because of Japanese culture influence, like yung mga anime. Like, anime that features sword fighting, yung mga ganyan. So, syempre, na-interest, like, lalo ko nung time when I started, the big anime that time was Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, oo.
X, diba?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Kendo, inspired talaga.
Yeah, Kendo inspired, in a sense. So, parang, nung time na yun, when I was a beginner, maraming pumapasok na because, because na-inspired sila by Samurai X. So, that's why a lot of people come in because of the Japanese cultural influences. Ang naging problema lang kasi is that they come in thinking that, mag-sparring ka agad ako, ganyan. So, but the truth of the matter is, you start as a beginner. As a beginner, you just do basic drills for a long time. Just to prove that you can actually do the basic movements, the basic hits. And then once you've proven that, then you become, then you can go to sparring. So a lot of people get discouraged after a few weeks kasi parang hindi ko na-expect na ang boring pa rin ito. But then,
kasi di ba yung, I think the basics, parang, parang counting lang di ba? Yung counting drills, gano'n.
Counting drills, but also swinging and then footwork. But then, it's not sparring yet. So that's
iniisip
the
kasi.
part.
Okay, so, eto medyo nag-ano ako. I was watching, to be honest, yung, ng isang araw, yung Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Yung sila.
The fencing.
May fencing sila, di ba? Parang, di ba parang when you start fencing and you start with the basics, ganon, you're mastering the muscle movement muna, biglang nung nag-break, nag-espadahan sila, di ba? So, ganon rin ba?
In the dojo though, we try to avoid that, parang ganon. Parang we try to, at least in my dojo anyway, we try to make sure that people are disciplined.
Yeah.
So we give anyway, I give a big speech at the start of every beginner's class na everybody should treat your sword. It's a sword that's made of bamboo, yes, but it's still a sword. So treat it properly with respect. So ganun palagi.
Yan. So yun talaga, kasi this is a weapon.
Yes.
Kumbaga, and they have to be careful with the weapon as well. Kung ano yung gamit neto, ano yung, di ba? Because when you're entrusted with a weapon, there's a certain responsibility coming with it. Diba?
Of course.
Ganun yung kendo. Pero, eto, ang tanong ko nga dyan, syempre, when you want to inspire kids, do you show Samurai X? Pinapakita mo.
I don't show because we don't have a TV in the dojo, mga ganyan. But usually what I do anyway is when it comes to kids, I'm not, at least when I'm teaching, I'm not super strict.
Okay.
Like with adults, I tend to be strict with adults.
You're putting fun.
Yeah. I try to put some more fun in the way they practice kahit paano so that they can stay. But unfortunately, it's hard to keep children or younger people interested. Though, some people do stay. The main issue is that I think the parents sometimes they don't take into account na, after a few months we have to buy this for them. So yun ang nagiging bottleneck. So what we're trying to do anyway as a federation, we're trying to make sure that there are, for example, spares. Each club has spare sets that they can lend, especially for children. Kasi yun yung problema sa children like because they're still growing, diba?
Yeah.
If you buy a set of armor, tapos biglang maybe a couple of years down the line they have to buy another set kasi lumalaki sila, ganyan. So that's a bit of a problem. So we try to encourage the clubs in the federation to make sure you have spare sets that you can lend to, especially to children, so that they can grow into the art.
Okay, ito we're talking about the grassroots and of course introducing it. Pero how about on the national level? Ano na ba yung mga progress natin through this? Are we already competing international competitions? Nag-uwi na ba to ng medals for our country, placings? What is the status naman of our country in terms of competing against the world.
Yeah, so actually, we just came back from the first ever World Championships that the Philippines was able to compete in last July. For the very first time, we were able to compete in the 19th World Kendo Championships. So that was a important milestone for our federation. So finally, we were able to make it. But also,
just being there is already an achievement.
Yes, already an achievement. And we actually won some matches, which is very good for a first timer. Like our men's team won against Finland. We beat the Finland team. The women's team beat Portugal. So that's a big achievement. Na parang for the first time nandun ka on the world stage, you managed to win matches. So I think we managed to win matches. So I think that's a good step. Kahit paano. And in terms of like the ASEAN region, there's the ASEAN Kendo Tournament, which is held every 3 years.
Okay.
The next one is next year in Singapore.
Wow.
Actually.
Okay, malapit lang.
Malapit na, yeah. So we're also
walang jet lag na kasama yan.
Yeah, walang jet lag na. Yeah, the problem with Milan, the jet lag was horrible. But anyway.
Pero mahal na sa Singapore.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Diba?
That's true. But yeah, so next year is in Singapore, and then in the last time it was held in 2019. Of course, there's a break for the pandemic and stuff like that. But in 2019, our men's team got third place. Actually,
okay.
So that's a good achievement for our men's team. And we're hoping to build on that so that we'll see what happens in Singapore next year. Sana it'll be a better result, or at least equal the results.
So. Ito lang, sir, sorry, hindi ko pa nakuha yung information. How long have you been the president of United Kendo Federation?
Well, I was the inaugural president in 2016.
2016, so it's
then I took a break for a couple of years, and then
So lumalabas, this is quite a young organization. Kasi to be honest, ang 16, ano lang yan kumaga
8 years old lang pala.
8 years old, but we don't count pandemic years.
Yeah, that's true.
Di ba? Parang yung edad ko nga, binabawas ko yung pandemic
Yeah, I mean, we didn't.
Wala tayong nagawa no?
Yeah,
Nasa bahay lang tayo, nakatunganga lang tayo,
Exactly.
di ba? Parang na-preserve ang age natin.
Though the funny thing was because there's the International Kendo Federation, which is the world governing body for Kendo. The funny thing was our application to join the International Kendo Federation was approved during pandemic. So
it was
I guess
milestone pa rin,
milestone
maski
talaga.
pa paano,
Yeah.
di ba? At least hindi magastos ang celebration sa bahay lang.
Yeah, exactly. Mga kampay through Zoom. Ganyan.
Talking about kasi I'm quite close with I have a business in Japan right now. So medyo Japan is close to my heart because yun nga, I have a business there, and then actually I'm looking forward to the kasi kapag may business ka pala doon, mayroong mga benefits, no? Yung parang in a few years I'm like a citizen in Japan, no? So my question is, no, yun nga, syempre you're imbuing Japanese culture, no? Here in Manila, what is the biggest things about the discipline of Kendo that you are imbuing to the practitioners here in Manila?
Well, I'd like to think anyway that what we're trying to do is the most basic part of the Japanese culture that we're trying to imbue is respect for one another, respect for yourself, respect for your surroundings. Basically, Kendo. There's a saying that Kendo starts and ends with respect.
Yeah.
So
because all the Japanese martial arts, no, they always express bowing.
Yeah.
No? And even the sumo culture, 'di ba? Ganun din sila, no? And then afterwards, 'di ba? Kaya yung Western martial arts versus Eastern martial arts, ibang-iba kasi yung Western nagtra-trash talkan sila Yung Japanese, 'di ba? Yung maganda yung bugbugan and everything, pero at the end, 'di ba? The ultimate clapping of hands is showing of respect.
Yeah, actually, in that sense, Kendo is it's seen as, even in Japanese circles, it's seen as taken to an extreme. The respect part. For example, in competitions, players cannot even argue with referees, with the judges. For example, it's bawal yun. They can't even celebrate.
Okay. So
No, because the point is, if this was a real sword fight, you just killed somebody, diba?
Yeah. Oo.
So
Okay.
you respect the fact that you potentially have taken a life. So that's not something to celebrate.
Ah.
So you're respecting the fact that you defeated your opponent. So if you celebrate, the point is taken away.
When you celebrate, you go home first.
Not necessarily go home first, but you reset. The point is taken away. You have to fight again.
Di ba? Talaga, ganun ka. Wow, I didn't know that, no? Talagang, and I want to backtrack a little bit more.
Okay.
No? Kasi syempre, what got you into this? Kasi syempre, di ba parang ang hirap you only watch these types of sports in movies and everything, pero yung pag-introduce of, like I know Alvin Aguilar, yung Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, no? They introduced it here in the 90s.
Yeah.
Diba kasi pumunta si Alvin sa Brazil.
Yeah.
No? And trained with the Gracies. Now, tingnan mo, MMA na tayo, the grassroots, we have MMA competitions all around. Paano ka nainganyo dito sa again, break, of course the goal is like parang gano'n, diba? Yung goal ni Alvin, no? How did it start for you personally?
Actually, that's a bit of a long story. So I've always been, even as a child, I was always been interested in sword arts, sword fighting, essentially.
The Voltas 5's generation.
Actually, Star Wars for me. Star Wars for me, diba? Mga Jedi.
Jedi, diba? Yung bata pa tayo, yung flashlight, yung
Yeah, exactly, diba? When you pretend na lightsaber nga yun, diba? So sword arts, ganyan. So of course, yung mga common here in Manila at the time, when I was in college, example, you had fencing. I actually started as a fencer. I was doing foil. Pero it didn't click.
Foil, you didn't go into saber, ganun.
No. At the time, parang sinabi, mag-foil ka muna. Then after that, let's see if you can go to saber or epee.
Instead of going to saber,
so
you went to kendo.
Well, yeah, eventually, yeah. Pero the thing was, so parang hindi na-click sa akin yung fencing. Then tried Ernest, hindi rin na-click sa akin, diba? So I went, in a sense, I went back to Star Wars. Then I realized na parang,
this is what I want.
Parang yung basis ng Jedi is actually yung mga samurai.
Yeah.
Diba? George Lucas took inspiration from samurai. So I thought, okay, let's see about baka may Japanese sword arts, ganyan. So ganun. Pero at the time, it was very hard to find. And then finally in 2002, nakita ko, just so happened I saw something on TV na parang, there's a local kendo club. Yeah, go straight. I went straight.
Okay. So it's a TV advertisement.
No, it was a TV show. I forgot the name.
Show.
It was featuring
Wala pa kasing internet na.
Yeah, well, meron
pero
not
hindi
so
pa ganun ka hindi pa kumbaga ang mga lang natin nun, Yahoo, 'di ba?
Yeah,
hindi pa Google lang pang search engine natin.
Wala pang Google noong time din, I think. But sige. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I managed to find the club, and then as they said, things clicked, and it was since 2002 I've been practicing.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay, and na yun, no? Kumbaga meron ka rin mga may mga seniors ka rin who are, kumbaga the baton is passed to you right now to expand it.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, because actually a lot of the people I saw seniors at the time parang stopped. A lot of them stopped practicing. Some are still. I mean, I do have my seniors practicing with me. So yun yung but yeah, right now I guess it's my job right now to make sure that we expand kendo in the Philippines and try to bring it. Like right now we have clubs in Davao, Cebu, in Negros, for example. So yeah, we're seeing how we can spread kendo.
Now, can you describe yung kumbaga you started 2002, no? Syempre parang ngayon meron ng federation, di ba? Can you reflect on the growth? No, syempre it's a road not well taken. Kumbaga, you could have just gone into basketball like every other people, di ba? Yung gano'n, no? Yung parang and you're promoting a sport, no, na kailangan mong kailangan this has to grow that you fell in love with, and right now there are different syempre with the emergence of internet, meron din mga clubs in Davao, Cebu, tama ba?
Cebu,
no?
in Negros.
How do you feel na we have a good community right now?
Yeah. Actually, at first it was hard because up to a certain point, there's only one club in the Philippines, mga up to 2010. But after that, it started spreading, basically because of people who were originally members of the first club, and then they happened to go to other places, and then they decided, okay, since I'm here, might as well start a club, because I'm not able to practice, I might as well start a club, and then it grew from there. And then, quite frankly, it's like it's gratifying to see the growth. It's not as fast as maybe as I would like, but it's still
growing.
It's still growing. So that's something that parang I'd love to figure out ways to make it grow faster. But I'm satisfied with what we have. It's something that because again, like joining the International Kendo Federation wasn't something that I was expecting to happen this soon. We joined it in 2020. We were approved to join it in 2020. I never expected it to happen that fast after forming the federation in 2016. I never expected to be joining the Worlds this quickly also after forming the federation. So
there are pros and cons then.
Well, yeah, I know there are pros and cons there, but still, it's no.
You can't deny growth.
Yeah, the growth is undeniable, I guess, and it's really I'm really happy where we are right now.
Okay, we talked about growth. I want to know now, ano ba yung roadmap of Kendo in the next few years, 5 years, or even 10 years? No? But let's discuss that. No? Magbre-break lang po tayo. Ang time check po natin ngayon ay 11:25 ng umaga. Magbabalik po ang IZ Game Time.
Game na game! Tara! Game na! IZ Game Time! That time check was brought to you by MX3.
MX3. Dito ako believe.
Good day, everyone. My name is Reginald Tan, and I am the CEO of Sounds Cradle Inc. Our mission is to train up musical leaders through inculcating characters and values to our students, empowering them to perform their best wherever they go. We believe that bringing ultimate glory to God means that we bring forth our best. We provide music classes for piano, voice, violin, drums, guitar, bass, and ukulele. We also organize master classes for several instruments, which provides opportunities for master musicians to impart their knowledge to our fellow men. I remember the time when we started our business in a small 55 square meter condominium with very limited resources. Today, God has granted us stewardship over a 1,000 square meter property with several facilities to serve our community. The parable of the talents in the Bible mandates us to utilize our talents to the fullest, and it is our goal to assist our community in achieving this. Luke 16:10 states, "He who is faithful in very little things is also faithful in much." May I encourage everyone to use our talents for His glory. This is Reginald Tan, and I follow the only one, Jesus Christ.
Follow the only one. Follow Jesus. Brought to you by MX3.
MX3. Dito ako believe.
Bitin sa cash? Sa M. Luwilier Quick Cash Loan, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. I-present ang item for appraisal. 2. Mag-submit ng valid ID o ML Diamond Card. 3. Kunin ang cash at transaction slip. Ang laking tulong, diba? ML Quick Cash Loan. Maaasahan lagi. M. Lulier. Tulay ng pamilyang Pilipino.
Maglaro sa Bingo Plus app para tuloy-tuloy ang saya. Kasi isang piso lang, makakalaro ka na sa Bingo Plus.
Malay mo, mapanulunan mo pa ang jackpot prize sa first online live streaming bingo sa Pinas. Panalo sa bingo,
Plus na saya!
Download Bingo Plus app now at Google Play or Apple App Store for a chance to win more than 75 million pesos jackpot prize. Visit Bingo Plus official website at bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya, plus sa panalo. Gaming for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Direk, yan mo na si ate. Kasi sa ₱1 lang, makakalaro ka na sa Bingo Plus. Malay mo, mapanulunan mo pa ang jackpot prize sa first online live streaming bingo sa Pinas. Pag panalo sa bingo,
Plus kasaya!
Download Bingo Plus app now at Google Play or Apple App Store for a chance to win more than 75 million pesos jackpot prize. Visit Bingo Plus official website at bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya, plus sa panalo. Gaming for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
For high appraisal and quick processing, avail of a City State Savings Bank jewelry loan. It's the handy, perfect solution for your temporary medical, educational, business, and other needs. Get a jewelry loan at only 2% per month and for a term of 6 to 12 months. Just bring one valid ID and proof of income. Your precious jewelry would be insured and there are no hidden charges involved. You've saved for and invested in jewelry for such a time as this. Let City State Savings Bank lend you some of the cash it's worth for when you need it the most. Inquire now at your nearest City State Savings Bank branch or call 8470-3333 or visit us at our Facebook page.
Trabaho ba ang hanap mo? Mga isyung napapanahon, opinyon at diskusyon, turismo, negosyo, isang oras na hitik sa impormasyon. Ang bawat umaga mo, magbabago sa Usapang Tol. Kasama sina Senator Francis Tol Tolentino at Cecil Villarosa. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 6 ng umaga, dito lang sa DWIZ. Nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Narito na ang Filipino Mirror, ang unang tabloid sa negosyo. Nagtatampok ng mga eksklusibong balita at impormasyon ng pagtatagumpay sa negosyo. Ang tabloid na nagbibigay ng gabay at inspirasyon sa pag-unlad at pag-asenso. Filipino Mirror, naglalaman ng mga nagbabagang balita, napapanahong issue, may init na opinyon at komentaryo. Filipino Mirror, ang unang tabloid sa negosyo. Pinarangalan ng Gawad Tanglao bilang natatanging pahayagan sa 3 magkakasunod na taon at marami pang pagkilala. Kaya bumili na at magbasa ng Filipino Mirror ng umasenso sa pagnenegosyo.
Papalakas ng papalakas, palinaw ng palinaw, mga balita at impormasyong naiintindihan dahil malinaw mong nalaman. Tutok lang sa DWIZ mula umaga hanggang gabi. Updated on air and online. DWIZ, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. Viral na pinag-uusapan, trending na mga issues, on air and online, malalaman sa DWIZ News Feed.
Magandang umaga Pilipinas, narito ng balita. Isang low pressure area ang namataan sa layong 180 kilometers timog ng Coron, Palawan. Gayunman, ayon sa Pag-asa, malabo ang tsansa na ito ay maging tropical depression sa mga susunod na araw o oras. Samantala, patuloy namang nakakaapekto ang Intertropical Convergence Zone sa Southern Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao na inaasahang magdudulot ng pag-ulan na may kasamang pagkulog at pagkidlat.
DWIZ News Feed.
Yan ang balitas. Ito, para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pang balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwiz882am.com at sundan ang aming X account at Facebook page DWIZ. Ako po si Kat Gonzalez.
Huwag pahuhuli, huwag papayag na wala kang alam kapag viral na, kapag trending na. Alam agad sa DWIZ News Feed. Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng
Bingo Plus. Download Bingo Plus app now at Google Play or Apple App Store for a chance to win more than 75 million pesos jackpot prize. Visit Bingo Plus official website at bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya, plus sa panalo. Gaming for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Oras hatid sa inyo ng
Technogas Technique Kitchen Appliances. Technogas Technique is available in appliance stores nationwide. Furnish your kitchen with Technogas Technique appliances. Technogas Technique, your cooking partner. That's the Technogas Technique.
Oras sa buong Pilipinas, 11:34 ng magandang umaga.
That time check was brought to you by
Technogas Technique Kitchen Appliances. Technogas Technique is available in appliance stores nationwide. Furnish your kitchen with Technogas Technique appliances. Technogas Technique, your cooking partner. That's the Technogas technique.
Oras hatid sa inyo ng
Bingo Plus. Download Bingo Plus app now at Google Play or Apple App Store for a chance to win more than 75 million pesos jackpot prize. Visit Bingo Plus official website at bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya plus sa panalo. Gaming for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
DWIZ.
Kasama sina Drew Nasino and Andaya at Ernest Leo Hernandez. IZ Game Time!
At nagbabalik ang IZ Game Time at ako pa rin ang inyong lingkod na si Ernest Hernandez. Pinag-uusapan natin ngayon ay Kendo. Ito, very interesting na sport to dahil nga syempre sa mga mahilig sa mga Star Wars at nanonood ng Samurai X. Pero kung gusto nyo malaman paano magganon, Kendo ang pupuntahan nyo. At kasama pa rin natin ang presidente ng United Kendo Federation of the Philippines na si Christopher Inting. At good morning again, sir. Magandang umaga sa inyo. At again, thank you for gracing us dito sa IZ Game Time. At syempre, we want to know more about the sport. At kanina iniwan ko kayo ng isang hanging question na saan ba tayo papunta? No? Ano ba yung roadmap natin in the next few years dito sa Kendo?
Yeah, so actually the roadmap would be to try and, mentioning yung grassroots kanina, to be more, to spread it more grassroots level. For example, as Davao right now, for example, the clubs there are trying to spread Kendo sa schools. Here in Manila, we tried that before the pandemic, but because of the pandemic, medyo na-hold yun. So we'll see if we can resume that sometime soon. Also, part of the roadmap is for the future is to develop future competitors especially for the competitions like the ASEAN Kendo Tournament, the World Championships. So as I mentioned earlier, yung ASEAN Kendo Tournament, the next one is next year in Singapore, but the one after that in 2028, there's a big possibility that we will be actually hosting it here in the Philippines. So that's something that we need to actually work for para we can have so that we can be good hosts for that tournament.
Okay, we're showing pictures here. Saan to ginanap?
Most of those are actually here locally.
Local yan?
Yeah. So
kasi parang nakita ko parang daming hapon. Kala ko nasa Japan kayo eh.
No, but we do have a lot of Japanese members because they're expats who are based here in the Philippines. So they're actually are like, for example, while I am a sensei now of a club, they are my sensei naman.
Okay.
I have to learn from them also. So, kumbaga, I teach my students, but I also learn from them. So, I'm their student naman. So, marami ding mga Japanese dito nagtuturo ng Kendo. Kahit paano.
Wow. Okay. At actually, Kendo is part of the Southeast Asian Games. Tama, di ba?
Actually, no.
Hindi pa ba?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we have our own ASEAN Kendo tournament. Because that's not,
so hindi siya part ng SEA Games, and are you pushing yourself to be part of the SEA Games soon?
Right now, no, because not all countries in ASEAN
have Kendo.
Okay. Kendo.
Kumbaga may niche din kung hindi siya for each country na walang Malaysian team of Kendo.
Parang actually, there is a Malaysian team.
Meron siya. Oo. Meron.
Malakas nga sila but sige.
Malakas sila. Okay.
Yun yung top 3 sa ASEAN before. It used to be Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore. Pero ngayon, yung Vietnam humahabol. And we're trying to catch up also. So we'll see.
I see this is in Treston. Yung isa, ito sa ano to?
That was in Upper Deck.
Upper Deck.
Yeah,
wow.
Classic, yeah.
Okay. So meron, ang dami na palang na mga lugar na kayo napuntahan na rin.
Yeah, because of course, when we hold events, we try to get a good venue for the event. So sometimes Upper Deck, sometimes at Treston. So we do get, but no, like for example, my dojo is in Quezon City right now. We're practicing in basketball court in Quezon City right now, AYSN in Quezon City.
Okay.
Yung Metro Kendo Club right now is practicing in Gatorade hoops down the road.
Okay.
So yeah.
So yan nga, no, we see the smiles that the mga Pinoy yung nasa loob ng mga mask, no. So etong tanong ko diyan, no, what is the starter kit? Kumbaga, kunwari papasok ko sa Kendo Club mo. What do they have to buy something, or do you let them borrow muna, no? Let them get the feel of the sport and then maybe get yours soon. Ano ba yung parang how do you get started in this?
So each club have their own way of starting because again, it depends really on the club's resources. In my club, for example, ang ginagawa namin is that for the first month or so, we tell beginners, just come. No need to buy anything. No need to do anything. No need to buy anything first. We'll lend you first the bamboo sword, the shinai. So that's the most basic equipment you need to use as a beginner. So we'll lend it to you for about a month, and then after that 1 month,
maybe
yeah, because you have to commit na.
You have to commit.
And kumbaga the ones that we're lending you are like second hand, so they're not exactly hindi na maganda yung maintenance nila kahit paano. Although we do try to maintain them, but syempre they're old, so you can never say because those things don't last also forever, diba? So you have to
Tama.
And so we encourage, of course, after 1 month, if the beginners are saying that okay, we're willing to commit to the training, then we tell them na, okay, you have to buy your own na. Kasi syempre, iba rin na you have your own shinai, di ba? It's parang sarili mong sword, di ba? So
it's called shinai.
Shinai.
How do you spell that?
SHINAI.
Shinai.
Shinai,
Okay.
yeah. So once you have the shinai or the bamboo sword, then you're practicing. And then after a few months, as I said, once you've proven na kaya mo na mag-sparring, that's when we tell you to get the uniform, the keikogi nakama. It's like a jacket and the wide pleated pants, yung hakama, and then the armor, bogu.
Unti-unti, no? Hindi naman, kumbaga, syempre, mag-access.
Maybe the uniform, maybe a couple of months, and then after a couple of months, and then the bogu, definitely, once you pass the sparring qualifications, after about 6 months, that's when you get the armor.
Okay. So, nabibili ba to sa Lazada, Lazada, Shopee?
Not Lazada, but there are definitely local
shops.
Shops where you can get.
Okay. So
it used to be before when I started. Actually, I had to order online from abroad. So mahirap yun because.
Kumbaga doon pa lang minsan, syempre hindi kasing ganda ng online shopping ngayon compared before, and sometimes. Doon pa lang may friction na.
Yeah.
May friction na on getting started, di ba?
That's the thing. Like and of course, talo ka. I mean, not necessarily talo, but mabigat yung shipping fees and stuff like that. So at least now na parang we can actually source it locally, it's much easier and cheaper.
So yan yung maganda ngayon. Alam mo, it's good to be a young athlete right now because of the accessibility to different sports. No, di ba dati parang force ka kung ano ibigay sa'yo sa PE?
Yes.
Di ba? Force ka sa'yo ano ibigay sa'yo sa PE ngayon. Kung gusto nyong kung gusto yung mag-gymnastics kayo. Kung ano man ang introduce lang sa inyo. Di ba? So, ngayon pwede ka na pumili no? And just search engine lang, okay na. Meron ka ng how to get started in the Philippines,
of
di ba?
Course, that's the nice thing about nowadays you have choices. So and I only hope that more people can choose Kendo.
Okay, ito nga we were talking about the future as well, no? At ano ba yung kumbaga parang how do you want to envision, ano ba yung goals nyo in the next 5 years dito sa Kendo?
Definitely strengthen the clubs, the clubs as the federation by strengthening the clubs, because of course the clubs right now parang definitely many of them don't have a lot of resources because actually one of the nice things about Kendo, which can actually be a drawback, is that none of us work as a for-profit.
Okay.
We actually work parang all clubs tend to work as parang on a volunteer basis. Yung mga organizers, yung mga teachers, and ganyan. No one really gets a salary from Kendo. It's what makes it so it's an all volunteer thing. But of course, because it's all volunteer, that usually means na parang our resources can be
limited din.
Limited. So as a federation, we're trying to like for example, there are donation programs from Japan where Japanese where the All Japan Kendo Federation donates used equipment to countries who apply. So we're gonna try to apply for that for that on a yearly basis, so that at least we get second-hand equipment which we can spread to the clubs para sabi na parang okay, you have these things that you can use, so that beginners don't necessarily have to buy kaagad armor, don't have to buy shinai, ganyan, so that they can use it first. Then again, once they're committed to actually going through the training, then they can start buying their own. That's when they start buying their own equipment.
Okay, are we recognized by the PSC as one of the NSAs?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But definitely that's something we're going to have to do, especially if we're going to be hosting the ASEAN in 2028.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
2028, tatanda na natin.
Well, you know.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward, no. Kahit sabihin mo 2028 yan, I'm looking forward na to grow a sport like this, 'di ba? Para magkaroon tayo ng growth dito sa Philippines, and even with that time sana nasa media pa ako. Okay, and sa pagbabalik po natin dito sa IZ Game Time, mag-home stretch tayo tungkol sa kendo, at ang oras po natin ay 11:44 ng umaga. Magbabalik po ang IZ Game Time.
Game na game! Tara! Game na! IZ Game Time!
Karambola nationwide na! Napapakinggan na sa iba't ibang bahagi ng bansa ang programang siksik sa matalino at makabuluhang talakayan. Kasama ang mga host ng programa na sina Conrad Banal, Jonathan De La Cruz. Karambola nationwide na! Narito na ang Filipino Mirror, ang unang tabloid sa negosyo. Nagtatampok ng mga eksklusibong balita at impormasyon ng pagtatagumpay sa negosyo. Ang tabloid na nagbibigay ng gabay at inspirasyon sa pag-unlad at pag-asenso. Filipino Mirror, naglalaman ng mga nagbabagang balita, napapanahong issue, may init na opinyon at komentaryo. Filipino Mirror, ang unang tabloid sa negosyo. Pinarangalan ng Gawad Tanglaw bilang natatanging pahayagan sa 3 magkakasunod na taon at marami pang pagkilala. Kaya bumili na at magbasa ng Filipino Mirror ng umasenso sa pagnenegosyo.
Tanda ng pinagkakatiwalaang produkto, ang pagkilala ng iba't ibang institusyon, kasabay ng mga taon na pagbibigay ginhawa sa inyong mga karamdaman. Ang Herbalaya ay kinilala bilang dekalidad na produkto ng Asia Pacific Awards Council, Q Asia National Product Quality Excellence Award at Elite Business Award. Ilan lamang yan sa mga patunay na ang Herbalaya Liniment Oil ay ligtas na maaasahan sa sakit ng ulo at katawan. Maging ang kilalang journalist, public servant at Beauty, Health and Wellness Ambassadress na si Nina Taduran ay kumbinsido sa pagiging epektibo nito.
Sa sakit ng ulo at katawan, dito na tayo sa siguradong ligtas.
Herbalaya Liniment Oil, amoy na kaya-aya, sa bawat pahid ay ginhawa.
Api ka pa sa batas. Huwag kang mag-alala, may lapid law na magtatanggol sa iyo mula kay Senador Lito Lapid. Ito ang Republic Act 9999 o ang Free Legal Assistance Law para sa mga walang abogado. Kahit na sinong lawyer ay pwede mong kunin ng libre dahil pwede nilang ikalta sa tax nila ang charge nila sa kaso mo. Kasi nga, isa lang sa inyo ang dapat bigyan ng Public Attorney's Office o PAO ng abogado na kalaban mo sa kaso. Sa Free Legal Assistance Law o ang Lapid Law, may abogado ka na agad. Lingkod Lapid para sa masang Pilipino. Senator Lito Lapid. Senator Lito Lapid.
DWIZ.
Kasama sina Drew Nasino, Ed Andaya at Ernest Leo Hernandez. IZ Game Time!
At nasa home stretch na po tayo ng IZ Game Time, at syempre ako pa rin ang inyong ang lingkod sa araw na to na si Ernest Hernandez, kasama ang presidente ng United Kendo Federation of the Philippines na si Christopher Inting. Sir, unang-una, before we wrap things up dito sa ating programa, i-promote natin yung upcoming event natin sa Kendo.
Yeah, so we have later this month, October 26 and 27, we have the 6th Philippine National Kendo Tournament. So it's the tournament which brings together mga the best kendoka from all over the Philippines to compete against one another. Actually, this year we're also slightly expanding some of the events to include also mga foreign guests. So we have people coming in from Japan, Korea, Malaysia, and Vietnam to compete also. So para mas exciting kahit paano. So it's going to be held in Davao.
Davao, okay.
Yeah, Davao City. It's the second time we're going to hold the national tournament there in Davao. Because it's going to be in Davao, we'd like to thank some of the sponsoring organizations, which are the Davao City government and the Davao City Sports Council. So they're our partners dun sa in hosting the PNKT there in Davao.
Wow. So Davao is one of the melting pots.
Yeah.
Lumalabas, no? And because may suporta rin yung government natin doon. Tama ba?
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically we have a partnership with the local government to have the tournament there.
Wow. Okay, so aside from that, meron pa ba tayo mga upcoming events more in the future?
The biggest one would be next year. Again, the ASEAN tournament in Singapore. So we're going to be competing there September next year.
September. Malayo-layo pa, pero for an athlete, mabilis yung timeline na yan eh.
I mean, of course, you have to start preparing.
Put in kung binibilang mo na yung hours of training, hindi ka naman pwede pumasok sa hyperbolic time chamber.
Of course. But early next year, it's still in the planning process. Hindi pa na-approved, but we might be holding the first official grading in the Visayas region for Kendo. But it's still a bit nebulous, but maybe in February, Negros. But that still has to be finalized. But again, that's part of our we're trying to spread Kendo, so we have to hold gradings. Yeah.
How many events in a year ba ang host nyo? Kumbaga, parang ano ba yan? Parang may Wimbledon, US Open, ganun
ba? Definitely the nationals is something we host every year. Then we hold a number of smaller competitions also. So roughly maybe 3-4 tournaments a year, and then official gradings maybe 2 or 3.
Which is a very good number, no, for a healthy community na rin of Kendo, no. So anyway, sir, baka meron kayong mga gustong pasalamatan, pa-shoutout dito sa ating programa ngayon?
Again, I'd just like to thank our partners for the PNKT this coming October 26 and 27, the Davao City Government and Davao Sports Council. I'd also like to thank all the just like to shout out rather the Philippine Kendo team who competed last July. Again, I don't think we've shown enough appreciation for the team for the first time that they competed for the first time we competed in the world. So I'd like to thank the team and the coaches who helped us also to prepare for the World Championship last July. So thank you very much for all your effort. I think it was well worth it. And if anybody wants to learn more about Kendo, definitely, especially here in the Philippines, you can look for us on our social media. We have the United Kendo Federation of the Philippines is on Facebook and Instagram, and we do have a website, which from there you can learn about the different clubs in the Philippines where you can join Kendo.
Yan. So ano ba yung mga social media pages and numbers na pwedeng kontakin just in case they want to avail of that? Yun nga yung sinasabi nyo kanina, yung 1-month training na sa mga Kendo clubs and everything.
So on Facebook, it's United Kendo Federation of the Philippines. Same on Instagram, United Kendo Federation of the Philippines. And the contact number would be 0917-811-3500.
Ayan, sa mga gusto magsimula ng Kendo, no? And I think this is the time that you invite them also kung gusto nila magsimula ng Kendo.
Yeah, so definitely, if you are interested in starting a martial art where it's heavy into Japanese culture and also into other aspects of the Japanese mindset, I think there's nothing more quintessential than kendo. So yeah, I invite everyone who's interested in sword arts and in Japanese culture. Yeah, give kendo a try.
Ayan, no? So yung mga nangangarap maging Jedi. Yung nangangarap maging maging samurai o batosay.
Yeah, of course.
Diba? Yun naman talaga no? It starts there, It starts there. Pero sa ibang countries, ang lakas ng kendo diba? Like, I'm sure Japan has a very big community. Diba?
Well, yeah, I mean, you count it in the millions, the people who kendo in Japan. I think at the last census, it's 1.3 million.
Wow, it's part of their culture talaga. No? And yeah, so, ayan, at again, nagpapasalamat tayo kay Sir Christopher Inting for gracing us this morning to talk about kendo sa ating programa na IZ Game Time. And with that, tayo. This is a very makulimlim ang Sunday morning natin ngayon. It's a family day and maraming salamat din sa mga nag-tune in dito sa IZ Game Time. Again, para sa mga nasa social media pages, pumunta lang po kayo sa DWIZ 882 sa Facebook and sa YouTube. At please do like our page na rin para malaman nyo kung sino yung mga kasunod naming mga panauhin at malaman nyo na rin ang sino na ang ating mga yung mga iba pang programa dito sa Aliw Broadcasting Channel 23. And sa YouTube, i-subscribe na rin po natin dyan kung mas familiar kayo sa ganyan. Again, dun sa natin, sa mga nasa social media, again, meron din pong social media page ang DWIZ Game Time. And with that, ako po si Ernest Hernandez na again, nagpapasalamat sa lahat na nag-tune in ngayon at saka syempre nasa social media tayo. May replay, manonood na rin ang replay na ito kung hindi nyo naabutan. At ang ang social media accounts ng ating mga digital devices and receivers ng Aliw 23. Again, i-subscribe po natin sila at saka i-follow din po. Again, tayo, no? Ito po, no? Ang IZ Game Time. And with that, ako po si Ernest Hernandez na nagpapaalam ng pansamantala. Iwanan po namin kayo ng simpleng mensahe para sa araw na to, which is to stay safe and God bless.
Sa panahon ngayon, iba na ang sports. Marami ng bago, marami ng style. Dapat updated ka hanggang sa mga online sports game. Kaya dapat game na game.